It is for listing of a criminal activity.
Due to the court martial will go to March. Let them make the adjustments.
For admission, item 1.
Against the rejection order of the NIA court.
Bail. Will issue a formal notice? You have filing an objection?
Yes.
Okay, and for one, you're there. Okay.
Three is by name, Lordship.
Three, I think, will be the IO. You can appear for her. For him. Issue notice. Harni Sain Barman, counsel for the appellant. Issue notice on this appeal, returnable in 2 weeks. 3 weeks. Okay, 3 weeks. Ms. N. Das, learned APP, accepts notice on behalf of respondent number 1 and 3, and Mr. RKT Chaudhary, learned DSGI, accepts notice on behalf of respondent number 2. Stop objection, if any, be filed at least 1 day prior to the next date of listing. After 3 weeks, give a date after 3 weeks.
15th of March. Item 2.
Complete. You are appearing for LCR is received, so fix it for hearing then. Both sides are represented. Office note indicates that LCR is received. Has let the matter be listed for hearing. So 21 matter, April, the month of April 2024.
Item 3.
I have received it.
Sorry, please repeat again. So it will go for hearing. 22 matter.
This was issued through OC Lordship.
Yes, Mr. What about the service report on respondent number 2? copies were given to you for service on the respondent number 2 through jurisdictional police station. Yes.
Should I have also received the letter?
No. Service on respondent number 2 is a POXO matter. You were, there's a last order of 11/10/2023.
December. Notice are issued for OC.
Huh?
Notice already issued, but not yet.
No, but we'll have to wait for service.
Wait for
Huh? You inform us after within a week.
Heard Mr. I.U. Chaudhary. Also heard Ms. N. Das, London, additional public prosecutor. This from office note dated 7/12/2023 that notices to be sent to respondent number 2 were handed over to London additional public prosecutor. However, the service report of the notice on respondent number 2 is not before this court. Learned additional public prosecutor prays for 1 week time to inform this court regarding service of notice on respondent number 2. The prayer is allowed. Let this matter be listed after a week.
Yes, Friday's
Item-
bail matter.
Item 4.
Wait, pleasure, your lordship. In this matter, my lord, I have received a paper. Otherwise, matter is ready for hearing.
Did you go for hearing then?
My lord.
Heard Ms. Amber, London, Michael Curie. Also heard Ms. N. Das, London, additional public prosecutor. The matter is ready for hearing. Release this matter for hearing after 4 weeks.
Public.
Yes, item 5.
Lordship, we have taken step upon respondent number 2, Lordship, to Talabana, Lordship. On 20 to 12 days.
As per office note, the steps are wrong.
Lordship, then I may be allowed to take fresh steps to restart case, Lordship.
Just a minute. Both sides are represented. Mr. Yu Chaudhary, learned counsel for the appellant. Praise forum is granted liberty to take first steps for service of notice on the respondent number 2 by registered post with AD. Steps within 2 days for service of notice by registered post with AD, as well as by usual process to be routed through the jurisdictional court with suitable modification to the form. First off, notice is made returnable on 5 weeks. 5 or 6 weeks. Again.
18-4.
2024. First off, the jurisdictional court shall the jurisdictional court in charge of process shall ensure that the service report is written prior to the next date of listing. List on so and so.
Public.
Both ways take.
I will provide you. I have received
Oh, yes.
I will file a-
You have filed your objection. Okay. In IA, both sides are represented. Objection, if any, filed by the state within next date of listing. List on so and so.
Public.
This was 302.
Yes.
So condition of service is not a precedent requirement. Okay.
Item 6.
May I please, Dr. I have received the paper book, Lordship. The matter may be fixed for hearing on usual course.
On the last working day, you defaulted in appearing. We had to appoint another amicus curiae.
Yes.
When your name is there, please appear. If unnecessary, we have to again wait for some time, then again change the council. It's last working day, some matter was there. We appointed Mr. BC Das instead of you. Not in this. No, not in this case. Last week. In another matter, not in this case. In another matter listed on Friday.
That's right.
Don't be so shocked. Name comes in the news in the cost list. Yes. Please take care when you are amicus curiae. So you'll go for hearing.
Mr. J. Das, learned amicus curiae, also heard Ms. N. Das, learned additional public prosecutor. Learned amicus curiae submits that he has received the paper books and this case is ready for hearing. Let this case be listed for hearing after 4 weeks.
Obliged.
Item 7.
You have the service report. But this is a POXO appeal, so you'll have to serve it through. And we'll have to appoint a amicus curiae in the.
heard Ms. N. Das, learned additional public prosecutor. It appears that this is a jail appeal preferred by the appellant. However, no counsel is there to defend the cause of the appellant. Therefore, we are inclined to appoint an amicus curiae to defend the cause of the appellant. Mr. B. Prasad, we are in we defend the cause of the appellant. Mr. B. Prasad, whose name is shown in the panel of the amicus curiae, is hereby appointed as amicus curiae for the appellant to defend the cause of the appellant. So, the trial court records have been received, registry to prepare paper book and list this case. It appears from office, stop, it appears from office note dated. It appears that this is an appeal. In this case involves offense under POXO Act, 2012, and the and by office, and it appears on perusal of the office note dated 24/1/24 that notices to respondent number 2 was handed over to the learned additional public prosecutor for forwarding same to the officer in charge of the jurisdictional police station for service. However, the service report is not yet received by this court. The learned public prosecutor shall take steps to ensure that the officer in charge of jurisdictional police station serves the notice on the respondent number 2 and thereafter submits service report to this court through learned additional public prosecutor. Let this case be listed again after 4 weeks. Dated
Date after 4 weeks. 28th of March.
28th of March.
Item 8.
May I please, Your Lordship?
The
I'm appealing the legal.
the name of learned amicus curiae will be shown in the cause list henceforth.
Correct. May I please, Your Lordship? Appealing the legal aid counsel in this case for the appellant. Lordship, the IA for bail is pending in this case, Lordship.
Lordship, Lordship, this matter kindly be taken up tomorrow, Lordship. Ms. Chahan will appear in this matter, Lordship.
Mr. Das and Ms. Das, both of you. In this case, the allegation of offense is that the girl was raped and then murdered. Now, is it required that the notice be served on the respondent number two informant? Because respondent number two is not a party under this case of Nayak. There's no requirement to make respondent number two a party, informant a party. But in this case, circumstances are that she was raped and murdered. She was brutalized and she died after 12 days.
She was was the informant herself.
No, I understand, but somebody has to, because of the brutality. We have not evaluated the judgment, but apparently it appears that there was some brutality and therefore she died after 12 days of sexual assault. It is not.
You have received paper book.
Lordship.
I have heard Mr. M. K. Das, learned legal aid counsel. Also heard Ms. N. Das, learned additional public prosecutor. The paper book in this case is ready and same has been received by learned amicus curiae, learned legal aid counsel. The appeal is ready for hearing. List this appeal for hearing in usual course. In interlocutory petition, heard learned counsel for both sides. Ms. S. Das, learned legal aid counsel, has prayed for an accommodation for
Not lordship,
Other state lordship.
state lordship.
Yes,
We have
and,
filed our objection.
Ms. N. Das, learned counsel for the learned additional public prosecutor, has prayed for how much time?
Lordship, 1 week, lordship.
For
Lordship, we
filing?
have filed our objection, lordship. I made it,
Objection has been filed.
Lordship. there's a
Lordship.
file.
we have filed our objection, lordship. This matter can be
Has
taken up
submitted
tomorrow,
that
lordship.
this matter was dealt with by another public prosecutor, namely Miss S. Jahan, and therefore pays
Tomorrow, lordship.
this case to be listed tomorrow.
Lordship.
The prayer is allowed. Let this matter be listed on day after tomorrow. 28th February,
Lordship.
along with criminal appeal number 123/23.
Lordship, deeply obliged. Lordship.
Record of this record of criminal appeal be tagged with this interlocutory application.
Obliged, Lordship, deeply obliged.
Item 9.
My lords, the appeal against mine. Appeal against conviction on the POCSO Act, man. The service on the respondent number 2 is awaited, my lord, appears from the office note 19/12/2023.
Yes.
Services, lordship. I have to take.
You'll have to get information. We'll take it up at 2 o'clock. In the meantime, get information because the order was passed on 1/12/2023. 19/12 it was served on you, so perhaps it should have come by now at 2 o'clock.
Item 10.
Lordship, in this matter, my lord, LCR has received, my lord. And as per office note dated 21/2/24, neither answer notice has been returned back from respondent. 30 case.
302.
Yes.
heard Miss M. Burman, learned legal aid
Legal.
counsel. Also heard Miss N. Das, learned additional public prosecutor. It appears from the office note that the records of the trial court have been received by the registry. The registry shall prepare the paper book. Now, it also appears that the neither AD card nor unserved notice as regards the notices issued to respondent number 2 has been received back. So the appellant learned legal aid counsel shall take fresh steps for issuance of notice to the respondent number 2 through the to be served through the jurisdictional magistrate, that is Chief Judicial Magistrate, no, that is Subdivisional Judicial Magistrate Titapur. This will be listed after 4 weeks.
Date the meeting.
Twenty-eighth of March.
On 20th March.
Okay.
With the learning. Okay, it will be decided.
All other matters will be rolled over. We are taking up this NIA matter. Pardon me?
They not be taken up.
It may not be taken up.
Lordship,
It depends on Mr. Das.
There's a tentative intent in the next month, Lordship, because
2016 matter. Okay. Note कोई लोग date episode दे दीजिए. Okay, we'll pass orders later on, but 2016 matter.
Supplementary item, item 16 to 28.
Mr. Prasad, Mr. Das and Mr. Chaudhary. Can we expect that, say within today and tomorrow, your part would be over in this appeal, and day after tomorrow we can take up the reply, if any, because we'll have to close it now.
Lordship, I am dealing with 3 appeals. After one is more or less only few paragraphs. I'm sure. 2 remain, Lordship. Those are on similar lines, Lordship. I can finish it today. Sir,
Closing point. Because I was waiting for the email to be noting evidence to be decided.
Because I think we have already spent 14 days.
Yes.
And 2 or 3 days, because next week again, we'll have a different assignment. So we have to close within this 2 or 3 days.
So is concerned, my lord, he will be out of station day after. Will be out of station day after. If it is possible, he can do it tomorrow. Somehow, he will not take much time, my lord. Otherwise, just.
We can do that accommodation. So tomorrow he will make a reply. Okay. We are giving consent to it. Mr. Mishra will not be out, will be out of station day after tomorrow. So we expedite his part of reply tomorrow. You will continue thereafter. No, because that's why we are taking a prior consent. She may be here, but tomorrow we will not hear you. We'll hear Mr. Mishra then. Okay. Okay, we'll do that recommendation.
Yeah, please, Your Lordship. Yeah, no problem. Yes.
Yes, to
You yet put some question? No. Backside. You have come prepared? Come forward. We had put some query. Have you done some research? Please address.
the question was asked whether or not the admissibility of electronic records in the court, well, it is given under the section 65B of the Evidence Act. 65A provides for the like the provision that is the contents of the electronic records may be proved. And under 65B, it provides for the certificate or some of the like conditions that must be fulfilled in order for the record to be admissible in court. There are mainly four kind of conditions that have been put forward. That is, it is given under subsection 2 of section 65B. The four are that it must be available, like it must be produced by a computer during when it is going on in regular motion, and there must be a certification by a person who is like who has the lawful control over the computer. The second one provides that the information is of that kind that it should be like it should not be altered or anything. It should be as it is, and it should not be and it must be obtained when the computer was in operation. However, if in certain cases, if the computer was not in operation, during the time in which the computer was operation, that evidence may be admissible. And it must be derived from such information that is fed in ordinary cases, like in a day-to-day regular basis. In cases like in this case, there were emails which have been provided before the court. So the emails were mainly during the ordinary course. Everyone sends emails to some person. So therefore, email comes under the ordinary course of application in a computer. So therefore, this one, then the computer meant in this section means that it can be a combination of computers or a single computer or many single computers that have been used successive to the other computer. Suppose the computer was used in first, then after that computer broke down, another computer was used. It may be used in the same profile. And there must be also the number subsection 4 of the section provides that there must be a certificate that by a person who is like a person who is made to do so, like a person of official status who is meant to provide such certification to prove that the record is admissible in court. So
Perhaps you're not correct. You see, there can't be an appointed officer to give certificate. Let me say that in our courtroom, in our court premises, there will be not less than 500 computers. Correct. So can somebody appoint me as a person to give a certificate? Then
the person,
the language you see the language of section 65(4), a person must be in charge of that computer.
he is the
So everybody
person
can't give a certificate. Correct.
so the person who is using the computer at that time.
Who is in charge of, you see, there may be 4 computers in this courtroom, and my court master is in charge of all these 4 computers, so he can give. Maybe the second court master is operating it, but he's in charge of this set of 4 computers, and so therefore has the competence to give a certificate, because this room is under his control. Correct.
Okay,
Thank you.
it's good.
We have to groom them up.
At least we did not have that kind of an opportunity.
That's true. So
Yeah,
2 to 5 minutes of time for them gives them encouragement.
Yes, yes. In fact, I'm very surprised at this stage I was not like him.
Okay. So you have been appreciated. Yes.
Worship, yesterday we were dealing with accused 11, Gune Singh, that is criminal appeal 263 of 16. And I had taken your lordship to the downloaded officers list where his name appears, his photograph, which has been forensically matched. And lordship, the 313 statements, examination, lordship, where he was put a specific question as regards his photograph in uniform, where he did not say anything, but my submission would be when arrested from Guwahati, his photograph appears in combat uniform, and he ought to have explained something about it, which he did not. And comparison says that it is the same person. Now, lordship, I was taking your lordship to the relevant paragraphs where A11 has been dealt with. Lordship, the paragraphs would be paragraph 45, 46, and 47 of the judgment, lordship.
44, 45.
45, 46 and 47.
46.
That is, intended page 23 in the list. Uh,
Yeah, just a matter, this is in connection with appeal number.
263 of 16. As Bunne Singh. No, Lordship, if I may read it. Exhibit 115388. Exhibit 115, Lordship, you'll remember those are the downloaded emails. Was an attachment containing a communication in letterhead of UNLF by A19, which spoke about struggle of UNLF for independence. Exhibit 115420 was a mail communication between accused 18 and accused 19. Exhibit 115436 was a statement sent by the district secretary of IA district UNLF. Exhibit 115448 was another statement of account of February 2010 sent by Imphal West District Committee of UNLF. Exhibit 115549 was a mail containing attachment in letterhead of UNLF signed by A19. Exhibit 115560 was a mail containing mail regarding problem to continue with the bank account in Guwahati. Lordship, you just mark, there was some problem in continuing with the bank account in Guwahati. And these persons, the appellant herein was arrested in Guwahati. So there were some people which the prosecution alleges that the UNLF members were stationed in Guwahati. This reinforced the prosecution case about the members of UNLF having a base in Guwahati, just like I said, Lordship. Exhibit 115634 was a statement of account for the month of December 2009, where A17 expenditure was mentioned. Exhibit 115705 was a mail mentioning about booking of A5, A6, 7, 10, 11, 13, and 14 under NSA. Exhibit 115710 was a mail mentioning about difficulty in sending money after the Guwahati incident. This further reinforced the prosecution case that the members of the UNLF stayed in Guwahati and transported money till they were arrested. Now the next sentence is very important, Lordship, this exhibit. Exhibit 115714 was an attachment detailing about family maintenance for the month of September 2010 of A8, A9, A10, 11, 12, and 17. Expenditure of UNLF family maintenance of the aforesaid accused appeared to be a strong proof of them being members of the UNLF. Now this exhibit 115714, Lordship, this is not there in the paper book. In fact, I tried to check up the records there.
115634.
714. This Lordship is this last sentence, Lordship.
It's available, just now.
So I tried to find it.
Exhibit.
Yeah. Itu 73%. Can you না আমার পেপার বুক টুক নাই স্যার হ্যাঁ স্যার হ্যাঁ পাবেন
তাতে এন্ডোর্সমেন্ট আছে তো can copy.
Oh, no, the markings are different, but there are expenses vouchers here like that. Uh, Phone data cable, uh, B GAN refill, internet, health tonic, 6 bottles, gift, public media, children's dresses. These are available.
whether it is 714
No, this is not 714, it's different, but
Specific accused person.
714 is for specific accused persons.
My friend says, Lordship, there's some endorsement.
I ordered it in 4/8/2023, my lord, where asked for this document. However, the registry after verification said that it's not in a part of the scan documents.
Then we'll have to wait for some time till the original record comes.
So, subject to what comes, Lordship, my argument would be,
So when we are reading without your assistance, we make these mistakes. There are one more. You see this? There are other entries also.
Lordship,
There are other entries also showing this sort of demand. But this is the one set we have found is 115,105.
basically, Lordship, it could be those who are stationed in Guwahati, they were receiving funds.
Okay, that particular is not there. Okay.
But MNLF, in my humble submission, would not maintain the families of anyone until and unless they are the members of the UNLF, Lordship. It is not a case where the UNLF has provided them with jobs and it's a part of the salary that they are getting. It is not that. It is something which they are getting simply by becoming a members of the UNLF. Subject to Lordship, I have not seen what is there, Lordship. If there is anything beyond that, Lordship, I'll have to amend my submissions. Therefore, Lordship, receiving money from the UNLF to sustain themselves would itself indicate them being members of the UNLF. The paragraph 46, 115740 is an attachment regarding information and table of Indian ballistic and cruise missiles, Lordship. This, Lordship, perhaps may not give that much of importance because it is in the domain, and whatever is not there in the domain, Lordship, that is classified. This does not appear to be classified information. Exhibit 115747502872 information regarding establishment of Indian military in Manipur and chronology of Indian missile technology. Exhibit 5 series contains an attachment of list of officers of UNLF, names A8, A10, A11, A12, and A17 were mentioned therein, which was a sound proof of them being members, cadres, officers of the UNLF. Exhibit 6.3 was a mail from A16 to A19 regarding plan to establish foothold in China. Exhibit 10.1 was a mail regarding picking up of one contractor and demand of 1 crore rupees. This would reinforce the evidence of extortion against UNLF, which was discussed earlier. In paragraph 47, exhibit 12.2 was an attachment written in letterhead of Manipur People's Army, wherein it was written that UNLF NPA was the only organization in Manipur which was capable to fight properly. Exhibit 13.2 was an attachment of balance sheet of revenue collection from the Department of Finance, UNLF, in respect of the year 2007. The balance sheet mentioned an amount of more than 44 crore as collection of revenue in that year. Now, Lordship will kindly note 44 crores as collection of revenue for that year, that is 2007. Lordship, which organization without doing any business would collect that sort of money as revenue for a year? Exhibit 18.4 was some photographs of cadres in uniform, where photographs of A11 and A12 were found. Exhibit 18.7 was another batch of photographs of cadres in army uniform, where photograph of A11 is the appellant herein, was found. 18.9 was another batch of photograph, where photograph of A10 was found in army dress. Exhibit 19 was an email containing attachment. Exhibit 19.2 to 19.9, written in Manipuri language in letterhead of Manipur People's Army. There were also other attachments written in Manipuri language in the letterhead of Manipur People's Army. Exhibit 22, I'm sorry, was an attachment of authorization dated 25 September 2009, signed by A19 regarding attempt for procuring arms and devices from China. Exhibit 22.2 is another authorization by A19 in the letterhead of UNLF regarding waging of national liberation struggle. Exhibit 25.2 to 25.7 were account statements of dollar, where account statement of dollar prepared by the Department of Finance of UNLF for the month of January 2006. Exhibit 27.1 was regarding a business project of Fly Ash Group. 29.1 is regarding land deal for Fly Ash Group. Exhibit 115 series and all other mails grouped in this case were retrieved on the basis of voluntary disclosure of A18 and A19. Here I would pause for a moment. Lordship will recollect that these mails were not directly downloaded by a personnel of the NIA or the prosecution. What had happened here was the accused 18 and accused 19 They were given access to a computer of the NIA. They had put in the mail IDs. They had also put in the passwords, and it is they who have downloaded it in front of witnesses. Had it been a case where I would have downloaded it, things would have been different. Here is a case where the accused himself put in his email, he had put in his password, and he has downloaded it before us. There are witnesses to that who have signed. Therefore, a contention that these might be manipulated, or an assumption maybe, would not find place because it is the accused number 18 and 19 who have downloaded it. Among the aforesaid mails and attachments proved in the case, some were translated into English as mentioned earlier, and some were not translated. Some of the communications in Manipuri were in letterheads of UNLF or MPA. Some such communications
just now,
regarding
just
procurement
now.
funds.
2012. 2012, 9 SCC, page 1. Para 454, 44, 454. Just a moment. Just a moment. Just go up. No, go up means 440, something like that. I just go up, go up. Just a moment. This is here, the silo. Mismatch between SEC and Supreme today, so
That's Muhammad Ajmal.
Kasab. Supreme today is 454.
I'll get it. Yes, Lordship, got it.
It will be 4:39 onwards.
Miranda Road.
Yes. Four 44. Yes. This is the passage, 444.
Kashif.
It's open to you, yeah.
I can see better.
Ha, ha. Here is 454 in Supreme today. Supreme today is 454. Yeah, 445 also.
There we are talking about 27.
No, here we will come to that. Then there is 468. No, not yet. We'll tell you. No, 58 here. 458.
Perhaps if Supreme today lordship would be referring to
468. 458. Now, see, because of your submission, we were compelled to look into this.
Yes.
Now, what has happened under section 27, there's a recovery, which Mr. Das is referring to. Then you see, he's in custody, accused is in custody, is in police station. He says that, well, I have killed a man and his dead body is lying in a particular place. And then he says that the knife, which with them stabbed, it was thrown in the ditch. So that statement is complete and police can go there and then search it out. So, so far as that aspect is concerned, we understand that. Now, in the garb of a voluntary disclosure, what is happening is that this person is incriminating himself. He is downloading he's giving his part, not only giving his password, it could have been done by the IO, but he downloads it. So therefore he incriminates himself. So reading these three paragraphs together, 454, 455 and 468 and -10 in SEC, we find that under both circumstances, so far as voluntary disclosure is concerned, is one aspect acceptable. But when it comes to the downloading, then he becomes a witness against himself. Or rather, why should we not consider that he is been compelled to become a witness against himself? Because now he's downloading it and then the evidence is being produced. So I did not do anything.
Correct. Here, this particular gentleman who has downloaded it accepted his guilt, served his sentence. Accepted his guilt and he has served his sentence. Now he's out. Sentence is over. Accepting his guilt, undergoing the sentence. Now, Lordship will ponder for a moment. Will it not affect the other accused? Because an analogy has to be drawn here, because the chairman himself is accepting it. He has downloaded it in front of witnesses. Now, will the others come and say, no, that is not me?
No, then the question would be a different question. When it would be that how far confession of one will be would be binding a co-accused. How far that can implicate a co-accused.
So far as Lordship, confession per se, Lordship, this is not a statement given by him. It is some material which has been downloaded by him, which is his own property. I would submit. Mail is his own property, which has been downloaded by him. So it would not be per se a confessional statement, Lordship. It would be an piece of evidence. It like once downloaded, it's a piece of paper which has to be exhibited and proved.
Yes.
Uh, Lordship, I would just be referring to the concluding sentences, paragraph 47, Lordship. Use of letterheads was a clear proof of the concerned accused, that is 19, being a top leader of the outfit. The mail's attachment discussed above also clearly indicated that A6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 16, 17, 18, and 19 were deeply involved with UNNF being in the leadership of the outfit and were involved in conspiracy for struggle of independence for Manipur through armed uprising. Now, Lordship will appreciate that the findings arrived at by the trial court against this particular accused was primarily on the basis of the emails that were downloaded, where he has been referred to as a yes, he does. He has been referred to as a lieutenant colonel. His photograph appears. Photographs were compared forensically, found to be the same person because this person was arrested in Guwahati. Now, so far as Lordship, the certificate, ultimately it boils down to the certificate given under Section 65. Whether your Lordships will accept it to be correctly given or not. That your lordship has to decide on the basis of the fact that that information was downloaded by the chairman himself. Now, the chairman downloads it in the presence of the witnesses, and the certificate was given by an officer of the NIA who was of the software team lordship. And says that it is under section 65B. Though no format has been given. What should be the format? Yes, some terms are definitely there. But your lordship has to come to a finding on the total appreciation of the fact. It is not downloaded by me. It has been downloaded by one of the accused in front of us. Lordship, so far as accused 11, lordship, that much material lordship is there, which I have placed before you. And there was an argument raised by Mishra sir.
You have the Evidence Act with you,
Yes.
65. B. (65B)(4)(a).
Correct.
Identifying the electronic record containing the statement and describing the manner in which it was produced. Now, what would include in the word produced? Because once you explain what is the meaning of word produced, then second question would be, first part of A, identifying the electronic record.
Second part would come first. Manner in which it was produced.
And then identifying the
Then-
records.
Yes,
It's a natural query. Sequence is,
yes.
because if we put it, if we put the horse behind the cart, it's easier to understand at times.
Lordship.
We'll take a break and come back.
It's very nice to be standing here, lordship. We get to learn so much more.
Hmm?
We get to learn so much more standing here. Normally these queries don't come.
No, but the
Yes, it's.
assistance is very good. So
Section 65B(4). A. In any proceeding where it is desired to give a statement in evidence by virtue of this section, a certificate doing any of the following things, that is to say, any. No. That is to say, identifying the electronic record containing the statement and describing the manner in which it was produced. Uh, Lordship, that put me the query in the manner the latter part first and the first part thereafter.
It
But-
comes to, it
comes
to same thing.
It comes to same thing, but let me go as it is in the section. Identifying the electronic record containing the statement. Let me pause here for a moment. Identifying the electronic record containing the statement. In the instant case, Lordship, it would be the email. Because the mails are not stored in the computer. It is from the net that they have to download, and it is in that particular mail of that particular person in the web or the cloud, we say. And
So therefore, to simplify the query, the electronic record would only be a printout.
yes,
For that which there is no certificate. That's what Mr. Mishra was arguing. The submission of Mr. Mishra was that this electronic record is only a printout, in respect of which there is no certificate. The printout is only for downloading. It ends there.
yes, because we may change once a print is taken. Once a print is taken, there may be some person who can Xerox it, change the lines. That can be possible. But what is there in the net?
For that, there is no certificate.
Yes, Lordship. That is why in this particular case, Lordship has noted, downloaded by the person himself. How it has been downloaded? Through a computer in the office of the NIA. For that, the certificate is given. Now, that could have been downloaded in the court also. And suppose it is downloaded here today, courtmaster can very well give a certificate. Therefore, my argument was, before your Lordship, it is not that we have downloaded it or we have somehow rather hacked into his mail and collected it. It is only something which has been downloaded at his instance. We are witness to that and we give a certificate for that purpose. That it has been downloaded in a computer of the NIA. There has been no disruption. My submission would be limited to that, Lordship. So far as Lordship, this security is concerned, there was another argument advanced by Mishra sir on whether person can be convicted even if he has not done anything. Even if he has not committed any offense. I will address that at the end, Lordship. I'll counter that at the end. But so far as electronic, whatever has been produced, Lordship, for the tree of A11, A12 and A13, my submission. A11, A12 and A17.
A11,
11, 12 and 17. Because these are the accused persons who have been primarily convicted on the basis of the downloaded materials. Lordship would be pleased to take criminal appeal 155 of 17. M. Ibohol Singh. M. Ibohol Singh.
because from your submission, you have created more doubt than we had earlier.
Lordship, I don't know whether I have gone astray,
No,
but
no, from your submission, it made things more difficult than than the clarity we had earlier. Now you see, you said in a context altogether, but we have said that printout could have been manipulated. So therefore, downloading certificate is there up to downloading. But then if there is a chance of manipulation in the printouts,
here, Lordship, the printouts were taken in the presence of the accused witness. Those were sent. What I said was,
no, we are not questioning you. What you're trying to ask is, you see, but the document which is in exhibit is a printout, electronic printout. So it becomes a document. But for that document, there is no certificate, which is a printout. The certificate ends at the downloading stage. So therefore, even your reply is not clarified with regard to the printout which has been exhibited.
no printouts, Lordship, there have been some vernacular language also, and there are some English language also. Not all printouts were exhibited before the Honorable Court. Some were exhibited before the Honorable Court. And Lordship, they were marked, they were exhibited, and it is not objected by any party that this may be manipulated, or even the electronic evidence that was produced before the court that was accepted without any objection from any party. I just pointed out because, Lordship, I had faced the situation, of course, not relating to this. That was, Lordship knows, this is of the record of this case.
That's the one.
Yes.
Need to be switched off.
Yes, here,
Criminal appeal?
criminal appeal 145 of 2017.
M.
M. Ibohal Singh, he is accused 12. He has been convicted under section 18 and 20 of the UAP Act. Sentenced to 8 years under section 18 and 7 years under section 20. He has also been convicted under section 121A IPC and sentenced to 10 years and fine of 10,000 rupees. Part 2, volume 1. Part 2. Part 2. Part 2. Part 1. Volume 1. I take your lordship to paper book part 2, volume 1. Is the same exhibit, Lordship, exhibit 18. And 06. Yes. I take your Lordship to page 113. 113. Just near the stitch, Lordship will find serial 127. Serial 127. Is the accused number 12. Whose photograph appears in the downloaded communication, which has been exhibited as exhibit 18. The paper book 1, volume 2. It's 280. And Lordship, his photograph has also been forensically examined. And PW 44. If I may take your Lordship to page 280 in part 1, volume 2. If I may read the third paragraph of that page. Page 280.
Same volume.
Part 1, volume 2. That is the evidence of PW 44. Further examination.
Yes.
I may just read out. By NIA, I am reading from the second paragraph at page 280. By NIA letter number so and so dated 7/2/11 forwarded by the DSP NIA, New Delhi, 2 sealed parcels containing the question and specimen photograph of suspects were received by me on 8/2/2011. After comparison of the question photographs with the specimen photographs using different techniques, I prepared my report and the same were submitted to the NIA on 13/10/2011. Exhibit 204 is the examination report as detailed below. Now, Lordship will see the photograph Q1 to Q6 stated to be of Captain Laurenbaum, so and so. We can skip this paragraph, Lordship. Lordship will see at serial number 2 below. The photograph Q2 found to be matching with the photograph of S2. Exhibit 204 to the Part 2, Volume 5, page 119. Oh. Wait a minute. I had referred to this document before also. Lordship, this is Exhibit 204. Lordship will find it, Volume 5, Part 2, page 119. 119, Lordship. Here the details are given at page 1120. Result of examination at column 9. Roman 2. The photograph Q2 found to be matching with photograph S2. Mutum Ibohol. Now, Lordship will come back to the evidence of PW 44, which I was reading at 280. Let us see the cross-examination, Lordship. Page 281, Lordship, below. In cross, he says, that is PW 44. This is so far as the comparison of the documents are concerned, Lordship. The methodology or the techniques applied by me in the comparison of the photographs are mentioned in paragraph 9 of my report at Exhibit 204. The seal cover of Exhibit MO83 containing photographs was opened only today with the permission of the court for the first time. Similarly, the sealed packet Exhibit MO83 containing one DVD was also opened for the first time today before this court. I am a CFSL expert. As such, I am not aware if the material objects examined by me are incriminating or not. As the investigating agency has asked for the examination of the same, I cannot say whether the DVD sent by the CFSL containing the soft copies of emails. Now, email we are not concerned here, only so far as the photographs are concerned. Now, the photographs are not disputed. In the cross also, Lordship. Uh, Now I take your Lordship to the examination under 313. It's 794, paper book 1, volume 4. Seven nine four. Question 26,
Where?
page 794, part 1, volume 4.
Part one,
Part 1,
volume.
volume 4.
Page
Page 794.
794.
Where it is? Page, question 26,
25,
26.
26.
PW 84 stated that during the investigation, the emails E1 to E101 recovered and cited as Exhibit 115 contains details of activities of the terrorist organization UNB and the accused persons. The witness also states that E1 contains details of NIA taking over the case, which was made from the email IDs of accused agent. E2 contains annual function of SU. A1 to A18 by A1 to A18. E3 contains emails exchanged between A18 and A19, covering the details of apprehension of A16 and others. Or should we no? Email exchange between so and so, covering the details of apprehension of A16 and others on 14/9/2010. E4 contains E4 contains the email exchange between 18 and A1 regarding the arrest of A15 along with A16 and A17. E5 mentioned about A16 apprehension as well as retrieval of information on the basis of laptops and other digital gadgets seized by the police. E6 and E7 mention about the financial transaction details of UNLF outfit by A19 with a bank account belonging to ICICI Gorakhpur. He also stated that this bank account was freezed during the course of investigation. The witness also stated that E8 mentions about the procurement of satellite phones and exchange of email IDs between A18 and A19. E9 mentions about the telephone number so and so. About information regarding Indian missile technology, we are got to look into that. And below, Lordship will find just after the figures, provide an account of financial transaction referred to visit to China, activities in Bangladesh, location of Indian Army deployed in Manipur, access with PLA and other outfits other than general activities of UNLF cadres as exchanged through Indian support. A18, A19, A16 and A1 are found. E80 and E81 are mere exchange between A16 and A19 regarding establishment of foothold in China by the UNLF. E82 is an email regarding preparation of procurement of land in Guwahati by A19 in order to convert the extorted money into business. E85 is an email by A19 regarding A12, as the latter was tasked to carry out some violence. E87, E88, E89, E90 are the budget statements of UNLF outfit covering activities of the accused persons and other UNLF other cadres of UNLF. The witness also stated that these budget statements provide detailed account of financial remuneration provided to the arrested person as well as the others. It also provides details of the investment carried out by UNLF from the extortion money collected from in and out of Manipur. What do you say? The Lordship, the second last sentence. The witness also stated that these budget statements provide detailed account of the financial remuneration provided to the accused persons as well as others. Lordship has noted in the previous witness that subject to what that exhibit would disclose, which we have not found, Lordship. This person was also arrested from Guwahati, Lordship. Well, and there is, Lordship, if your Lordship will come, 1, 2, 3, 4. Seventh line from below of this paragraph, E85 it starts with. E85 it starts with. E85 is an email by A19 regarding A12. That is this particular appellant. As the latter was tasked to carry some violence. E87, 88 are the budget statements of UNLF outfit covering activities of all the accused persons and other cadres of the UNLF. So basically, Lordship, there was some material which had come to the observation of the court and which was put regarding violence to be committed by the A12 and remuneration that is being paid to the arrested persons which were in Guwahati. The answer is, I have no idea. I have no connection with the UNLF. If you have got no connection with the UNLF, why would the UNLF pay you? Why would the UNLF pay you? This argument, Lordship, I am making subject to what is stated here.
Well, by the time this question starts and by the time it ends, I also will say I have no idea.
Should have been shorter. That would make things precise. And it's more of a repetition I have seen, it's all the same in the whole. If I may take your lordship to the next question. Twenty. Seven. PW 84 also stated that A6's activity pertaining to balloon project was found in E88 by 86. Activities of balloon project is also mentioned in E101. The witness also stated that the witness, lordship, there is duplication. The witness also stated that the financial benefits received by A14 is also mentioned in E88, 55, 62, 73, 13, so and so. Also received financial benefits mentioned at so and so. A8 had received the benefits as mentioned at E8911 and E8913. A12, lordship will note, A12 U had received the benefits as mentioned in E88 by 65, 18, 63, and also abundantly mentioned in just a moment. Hmm? Hmm, hmm.
I have one email where the family members.
Just show us any of these documents. E8865, E8818, 8863, E5/3. Any one such document. Any one of all this. We will require those page numbers, otherwise we'll not be able to locate it.
I'll try to find out, this is what exhibit 18 is, I think.
E88 is there,
Is
No, that is
115,
exhibit
exhibit
88 is
115.
different.
huh?
No,
Exhibit
it is-
88 is different.
Huh, but- These are part of, yes, exhibit 115. Because this is an answer which can be interpreted in both ways. You see, it's an email saying that we have paid you, but receipt of money is not acknowledged. So that's why I wanted to look at the transaction.
Flush. No, it's not available.
Because this, we are time and again
Try to find it.
haunted by this VC Shukla.
Worship, will try to find it out.
Hmm.
In the meantime, Worship,
Huh.
we may go ahead.
Yes, yes.
Worship, will see page 796 of this. Part 1, volume 4, Worship was taking.
Pardon me?
Worship was taking part 1, volume 4.
Part 1, volume 4.
I was reading the questions.
Yes.
Question 27. At page 796. Around 12 lines from top, Worship.
Yes.
I'm just trying to, at E79. Worship in mind. 1, 2, 3. Is a 13th line from top.
Yes.
It starts with at E79.
E79.
At E79. The list of officers of UNL.
Yes, yes, E79.
Yes. The list of officers of UNLF as retrieved from email ID of A19 that we were referring to yesterday, Lordship, the downloaded list of officers. uh, mentioned about A11, A10, A12, that is the present appellant, A8, A17, A22. Apart from several other UNLF members containing 9 lieutenant colonel, 12 major, 19 captain, 18 lieutenant, 32 second lieutenant plus 2 JCOs with a total of 92 cadets of UNLF. Further, E92-4 to E92-19 containing photograph of UNLF cadets, including A17, A22, A12, that is this particular appellant lordship. I have taken your lordship to the photograph. A11, A10, and A21 in combat uniform as located in the email of A19. These photographs were compared forensically. D88 as mentioned in the first charge sheet. The FSL report, which is Exhibit 100, established that these are the same arrested individuals. The witness also stated that during investigation, E102 and E116 established the activities of A6 and his involvement in the UNLF activities. E102 to E108 provides accounts of A6's activities in the involvement of A19 in these activities, which include his trip to London and other related places. E19 establishes the link of A6 with AMSU activities. E110 establishes the importance of A6 in UNLF as found in the email of A19. E111 and E114 establish the statements given by PW17 and PW9. E112, E113, and E115 establish the complicity of A6 in UNLF activities. Lordship, let's skip the middle portion, the last sentence. The witness also stated that all these emails were part of the disclosure followed by recovery of email of A18 and A19. What do you want to say? He says, I have no idea. He might be having no idea as regards anything else, Lordship has indicated, money, receipt, and anything. But these photographs was forensically examined and found to be the same person in combat uniform. He also says, I have nothing to say. In a way, Lordship, he admits he is the same person. The evidence so far as comparison, Lordship, which we see later on, is not refuted.
Exhibit 2. Today that alarm did not sound. You've got the service report.
Lordship, I have inquired in our office, Lordship. Notice not received from these three, Lordship. In
No,
our
no, but that can't be. There's a receipt there. There's a receipt there. One, I think Mr. A Decca or something, he has received it. Huh? It-
I have to verify, Lordship, kindly give us 2, 3 days time.
But that is why when we saw the seal, that's why we said that you get the information.
But I have verified
Huh.
outside office, Lordship.
You tell a date because we don't want Mr. Munir to be coming again and again for this.
Yes, copy of the con- Yes.
Just now so that we can convene.
You give us a copy. But within how much time the service report will come?
3 days. Next week.
We'll give you Monday, next Monday. By then, make it,
Yes.
yeah, get it. So PQ Munir comes for the appellant as applicant and Ms. Andas learned APP are present. Next, but on the prayer made by the learned council, learned APP, the matter stands adjourned today. So as to enable her to procure the service report in respect of respondent number 2 from the officer in charge of the jurisdictional police station. Full stop. List on Monday.
4th of March.
Item 16 to 28.
ये तो लागल लागल. কোন ব্যাপার করে আসলে Lordship, I was taking your lordship through the questions. No, I was in question 27. Lordship, page 796.
Volume 4. Part one.
Part one, volume 4, 796.
Yes.
I think it's right on top. It starts with at E79. Toshiba's got it. At E79, the list of officers of UNLF as retrieved from the email ID of A9 mentioned about A11, A12. A12 is the appellant here, Your Lordship. A8, A17, 22, apart from several of the UNLF members containing 9 lieutenant colonel, 12 major, 19 lieutenants, 18 lieutenants, 32 second lieutenant plus 2 JCO with a total of 92 cadres of UNLF. Further, E92-4, E92-19 contains photograph of.
This you have already submitted. You have stated that their photographs and list of members were there, but he said that no idea.
Yeah,
Ah.
so there is no rebuttal
Correct.
of that statement. Similarly, Lordship, in the next question, question 28, somewhere in the middle, Lordship will find it's around 1, 2, 3, 4. 16 line from below, where there is an imputation. The signature of emails as recovered from A19 and A18 are found in the said exhibit, that is exhibit 154. D100, which is cited as exhibit 156, pertains to you. So those are the internal communications, Lordship, including the linkages and the finances which were provided to those cadres who were stationed in Guwahati. And he has denied it, Lordship, as it has followed from your Lordship, like until he acknowledges the receipt of the same. It would be difficult to prove that there is a part of that organization, but the question that would again surface would be, why would the UNLF pay to anyone unless he is with that organization? It is not providing any employment as such. The relevant paragraphs that the Learned Court below discusses about this particular accused person, Lordship will find paragraph 27.
At one point of time at Guwahati, when this new generation sulfas were created, one of their mainline business was handling of wholesale food grains and food articles, vegetables.
That
It was a syndicate.
was not business actually, it was a syndicate.
No, whatever be, but there was that was one sort of business which was initially started. Now, payments were made. Like for example, today the vegetable vendor from which I purchased the vegetable, he may be linked to a unlawful organization. We don't know, and payments are made nowadays. All payments are made. Even the vegetables we pay by UPI. So proof of payment is also there. Vegetable is something which is essential for my life, so therefore I have to purchase it. I don't take non-veg. So it is my life-saving item. So merely because I paid someone something, that transaction itself, the genesis of the transaction has to be gone into, the payment made.
Lordship is right.
Because it's a mail of X to Y. In X2Y, it says that the payment of say 100 rupees made to O. Now this O has no proof of these transactions. You went and you seized those what you call statement of accounts. Those several statement of accounts are there, but the match of transactions are not there. Because say, let us say in one of the documents, you will find that there are two payments made within a span of 4 or 5 days. It's a sum of 49,000. In a gap of 2, 3 or 4 days, I forgot. Made from one party to another, and that is through bank. So therefore, from the bank statement, if you can correlate, then well, there is a complete transaction, because we will understand the transaction better. A chain, because you see, circumstances, when there is circumstantial evidence, the chain has to be complete. Birdish and Sharda is looking on us.
What? Now, Worship, a one-off transaction. A one-off transaction may not be of an importance.
No, we are not saying that you are wrong. But you see, there must be some chain which leads to a conclusion. The email and the transaction, if the transaction is shown to be complete, then well, you have made a case. We don't dispute that. Or any other way to convince us that no, without even proving that transaction, just like you said, that photographs. Well, you have a strong point there. That there are photographs and this is not denied. So therefore, and by implication, it is an admission. That part, something of that sort, where you can convince us that well, this independent transaction would lead to that only conclusion.
Worship, in fact, he does not say anything regarding receipt of money and all those things. But Worship, the fact remains. Again, I will go back to that exhibit where it is said that these families were maintained from the funds of the UNLF. Again, that is again subject to Worship, what is there, I don't know. Now, Worship, this learned special judge has dealt with this particular appellant in paragraph numbers 27, 35, 36, 39.
Just a moment, please come again.
The special judge.
In the judgment paragraphs.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just mentioning the paragraph numbers. 27, 35, 36, 39, 44, 45, 46, 47. Then so far as the conviction and sentence is concerned, Lordship, from paragraph 80 onwards. If I may take your Lordship to paragraph 27. Lordship, internal page 14 of the judgment.
Just a moment. There is exhibit 145. Because
Yes, Lordship.
I'll just show you one part of the one part of the examination in chief. Then we'll come to another part. Two different parts. 438. This is volume 2, part 1. Examination in chief of PW 84 IO.
Lordship is referring to 438.
Page 438.
Yes, Lordship.
In the middle, first word is organization UNLF. First line.
Yes, yes.
Organization UNLF was arrested by so and so during the course of police custody of accused A18. He made a voluntary disclosure under section 27 of so and so of email IDs which he used to make contact with other UNLF members, not including but limited to A1 to A19. Exhibit 111 is the disclosure statement shown to me so and so are my signatures. Consequently, on the disclosure recovery of the password of the email account, which happened to be the exclusive knowledge of A18, was taken in presence of independent witness on the same day at so and so. Email ID of A18 could be opened with password so and so. Upon this management will notice that some files are protected, and these protected files could be opened. Correct. So these were taken out 122781. Now here it says it was relatable to A18. Now you are referring to same document by A19.
Lordship.
Correct. But this, now you see from here, section 27, which we were referring to you,
Lordship.
is okay because he did not volunteer himself to be the person to download it. So he is not incriminating himself.
Lordship.
Protection of clause 3 of article 20 is not violated. Correct. This is one part. Now, second we were referring to which exhibit? Exhibit 145. Because you see here also in the first page 438,
Yes, Lordship.
line number 6. The material objects such as laptops, mobile phones, SIM card, pen drive, US port, etc. were sent for FSL for examination of police upon getting the case investigated or so and so. Correct. So this laptops, mobiles, phone, pen drives were there. Anything incriminating from there is not found because this is seized from some particular person. Now, this you are not correlating with any incriminating materials against those particular accused. Now, if you come to page 797, that is, you are reading volume 4,
Yes,
questions, question number 28.
yes.
Now, PW 84 also stated that FSL report contained the interim report of so-and-so stating huge volume of incremental pen drive pertaining to UNFA found during the examination of laptops, pen drive, and digital items. That is now why we are trying to see exhibit 145 as to what are there. You can get me the page. Part 2, volume 3. There is comparison 3 of Mr. Mishra. Volume 3, part 2. Oh, acha. Part 2, volume 3, 662. Sixty-one, 60. It is. That 660 has some incrementing materials. Now, second is 666. That is 147.
147, there's a report of the exam.
This report we don't understand. We don't find anything here. Another report is 149 and 670. This we don't understand. Now, this analysis report is 672.
Yes, I was looking into that.
672 does not show anything. Means at least for us, we can't connect this with anything. But those analysis reports are there, it's continuous
Yes.
all throughout, but
That is beyond our understanding.
speaking for myself in the bench, it is Greek to me.
Not got the head and tail of it.
But that is why if something to connect. Because merely this, along with exhibit, then we understand just like page, this 145, we could understand that it has some incremental materials. But this debate, this is for this A12. This is for A12. But this in this case of A12,
Gosh,
the only small indication by Mr. Mishra was his name. Mutum Ibohal Singh. This person, the name of the accused is Mutum Ibohal. That is the only doubt he's tried to create.
We're not representing it.
Achha, then it was you. Huh? Then Mr. Singh created a doubt on another Mr. Singh. Well, he's the accused, he's not denied it.
he's not
Yeah.
denied it, and what would, in my submission, clinch the issue, whether he's the same person or not, is a comparison.
Photographs. Okay. Yes.
That Lordship name and photograph, very often Lordship PKR Chaudhary is confused with RKT Chaudhary. Although the number of alphabets is the same. But once somebody sees the photograph, one is a big person and one is a very
So
small.
in fact,
person.
today it happened in court, this court only. We had told Mr. J. Das amicus to be vigilant when his names are there in the.
Yes, yes, today
Yes.
morning.
Now, my court master says that he came and he said that he dutifully saw his name as J. Das, did not find it and did not come to court. It did not occur to him that full name Jasudha Das could have been reflected in the cause list. So he missed it out. So he gave an explanation, whether we accept it or not is something of that. His explanation was that he checked by the name J. Das, but his name of Jasudha Das was printed in the cause list. So he missed it out.
Lordship, would be pleased to come to paragraph 27 of the judgment. Lordship will find an independent page. From PW 21, who is Lordship landlord, where Pranjal Das. From his residence. PW accused 12 was arrested. The references are made by Lordship PEW 33, which at this moment I am not taking your Lordship, but is the police officer. That paragraph 35. I would not be referring to all the paragraphs.
That's not
but E1, Exhibit 115 series. E1. On two lots.
Yes.
So I have indicated to your lordship, the paragraphs where the special judge has discussed on this particular accuse. I will not be taking your lordship to all the paragraphs. I'll take your lordship to paragraph 44 for a moment. Here, if I may read it, lordship. Lordship will find it at page 21, internal page 21 of the judgment.
That is page 968. Yes, 968. Paragraph
Paragraph 44 of the judgment. lordship.
44. Hi, yes. It's 968.
I'm taking a difference. Let me now briefly examine as to what were the contents of some of those emails, attachments which were retrieved through voluntary disclosure of the email ID and corresponding passwords by A18 and A19. Only they have the exclusive knowledge of these email IDs and corresponding passwords, and their statements led to discovery of fact in the section 27 of the Evidence Act. E1 of Exhibit 115 series contains the details of NIA taking over investigation of the case, and the email was received in the email ID of A18 and A19. For a moment, lordship, this particular mail, the lordship will find at part 2, volume 2.
Yes.
Part 2, volume 2, page 422.
Both.
As per report in connection with the arrest of 11 cadres from Guwahati, given by the advocate of Asaba, Guwahati, Sanatama, brother of Viken, it is learned that NIA agency team has arrived at Asamba, Guwahati. Asamba is Guwahati. That it is said that they will take the 11 and money. So instructed all to take care. NIA was set up after incident of Mumbai Taj. A special court will be instituted by the center for it. Judge also will be appointed separately. NIA will get permission from the state government to hold up the case. I hope in this present situation, the state government will grant the permission to hold up the case. Investigation of the case is done minutely by NIA. One important thing is that everything we have talked in mobile phone will be traced out by NIA, and the same will be put up at the time of charge sheet. The nature of talking will automatically prove their involvement in the organization. It is said that the NIA adopted torture, beating, etc. when they tried to get clue they want To ascertain the information of the advocate of Guwahati, let Sanatumba be asked by still ticket. Now, while
So by
discussing
this evidence, you prove that also.
uh, what the learned judge has taken note of is, that is the next page. So first, Lordship, I have taken your Lordship, what is the content of the? In fact, 11 members were arrested from Guwahati. And they are so apprehensive. What would be, because Lordship will recollect it, that was the time that the NIA had just come in. So there was some sort of an apprehension. Now I may read further in the judgment. In that email, an apprehension surfaced that the sender of the mail was worried that all talks in
But
mobile.
this page 422 you showed us, the mail generated name. That name is used by another organization also.
Lordship, it refers to 11 cadres.
No, no. 422 from
Yes, yes,
that name is used by another organization.
yes, Lordship. Lordship will see to whom it has been forwarded.
No, I'm on the name from.
Yes. Yes. Yes, Lordship. My senior corrects me, Lordship. This ticket happens to be accused number 2. Now, it mentions about 11 cadres arrested in Guwahati. Now, let us read the judgment further, Lordship. In that email, an apprehension surfaced that the sender of the mail was worried that all talks of mobile phones might be retrieved by the NIA. Also correct, Lordship. This in itself reveals the nature of such conversation. If retrieved, could link them to terrorism and related matters. However, such conversation on mobile phone were not retrieved by the NIA. E4, Exhibit 11513 contained the email exchange between A18 and A1 regarding the arrest of A15 along with A16. It appeared from Exhibit 115/13 that A15 was under observation of the party. E5, Exhibit 115/15 mentioned about apprehension of A16 and also about A15. E6, 115/18 contain information regarding financial transaction of UNLF, Exhibit UNLF. E11, Exhibit 115/51 contain communication regarding, Lordship will note, 115/51 to Luxon. Regarding detention of A7, A11 and A13 under NSA, it also mentioned about the possibility of jumping bail by A6 and A14. Exhibit 115/53 was about promotion of 2 and so. This would not be so relevant. Lordship will come down a few lines towards the middle. Exhibit 115/176. 115/176 to Exhibit 115/176 was a mail communication regarding arrest of A10, A11, A9, 8, 12, 13, and 14. Now, if I may take your Lordship to that particular mail, your Lordship will find volume part 2, volume 2, page 449. Uh, If I may read the second paragraph at 449. Just a-
Yes.
uh, Take your lordship to page 449 of R2, volume 2.
Yes.
I'm reading the second paragraph. Ramla, Chaharan, Noiba, Khaden, and Khaden were picked up from the parental of Noiba's wife at Silchar. Bangla, Khomba, Iba, Sanjoy, Nandomi, Henby, and other unknown persons were also picked up from Guwahati. Altogether 11. We have already informed not to stay at Guwahati, but they do not took it seriously. On the day of release, I told to Wanglen is also an accused here. Boma and Sauren, I told directly to Mani through phone, but he might have left Guwahati. After our arrest from Guwahati, our CC might have not discussed to review the security of Guwahati. At the same time, all staying in Guwahati did not want to leave. I hope to allow staying further. They might have reported that security over there is okay. Now, all will come out to Maram of Batlav, including from battalion of GHQ, perhaps this is Guwahati, and the matter of the movement in the Tedim road will be opened. Regarding GA, it is known all about it since all the files of GA were present in the pen drive of TK, that is from this, in what route they were going while attending GA would come up. Regarding your hiding place, number of KYKL disclosed about you two, including the Jiri journey and about Alex and Hindu. I was asked about Alex and Hindu, but did not continue since I said I don't know. It was also disclosed the meeting of Uken by VP by coming there. Now, Lordship, the organization, the purpose of showing this to your Lordship is the organization at all times was monitoring about its cadres, some of whom were arrested from Guwahati, Lordship. Otherwise, no organization will just monitor the arrest, the departure of any individual unless they are their own. There is no explanation for this. Similarly, Lordship, at page 450. That some other cadres were also picked up is is being monitored, Lordship. If I may read further from the judgment, Exhibit 115 by 178, which I have just read, Lordship, was another main regarding arrest of A7, 8, 11, A12, that is the appellant herein. Exhibit 115 by 184 contained attachments, and in one such attachment, 115 by 194, account statement of NEMSO for July 2010, amongst others, was also mentioned about phone bills of A5 and A15. It would be pertinent to mention here that it was proved that A15 was president of NEMSO, and even defense did not deny the same. Exhibit 115 by 222 contained an attachment of accounts of NEMSO for June 2010 and mentioned about transportation expenses of A5 and A15. We are not concerned here, Lordship. Now towards the end, Lordship, it starts with the aforesaid mails. The aforesaid mails were retrieved from the mail IDs used by A18 and A19 on the basis of their voluntary disclosure, which have already been discussed above. The mails attachment proved beyond all reasonable doubt the links between UNLF and NEMSO and reimbursement of certain expenses of A5 and A15 by UNLF, as mentioned. In some of the mails, categorically pointed to the fact that both of them were members of the UNLF, if not leaders of the outfit.
For this part, you'll have to give us in your write-up those, the chart format we asked you. These attachments, which attachment is related to which accused?
Yes.
Because here you are saying, because we will not remember all those. 115 or 176 implicates so and so. Another document which implicates 115 or
In fact,
194
many overlapping, same.
implicates so and so.
Yes.
So in respect of each accused, when you are writing that chart,
Yes.
indicate those exhibits also.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll find it very difficult to write in our notes and then correlate it back.
Yes. I will make a chance. Now, paragraph 45 of the judgment, Lordship, I have already read with regard to the
We have a query with that, those emails. The same query which we had put on the last date. See this email, which you are referring to at page 446 onwards,
Yes.
doesn't appear to be the download format downloaded. As mail are sent to you, you get it in a particular format of the service provider.
Yes.
If it is Yahoo Mail, you get it in their format. If it is Gmail, you get in their format. If it is Rediff Mail, you get in that format.
Lordship,
So
that
that is not there. That is first. The second part of the same query which we put on that day was, you see, somebody reporting to this chairman, 18 or 19, from various emails it is being uploaded. Now, to that we had posed the question that if A writes to B, and immediately thereafter there is a raid and he is arrested, will that be an increment? Because on the last occasion we told you that, you see, uploading of email in your account is not within your control. Somebody just sends a mail, it is pushed to your account. Now, if you have opened it, it will reflect as opened. If you have not opened it, it will be it will disclose unread. Once you read, the block changes. Correct. So these are things.
Yes.
So supposing I want to trap you, I send a mail and then read your premises and get that mail, and then you are trapped. So you have to dispel that also, because here the dates, those events are not there.
It will just stop.
And then Mr. Mishra was arguing to the effect that those emails were in Meitei language and those were translated. So therefore, all these are circumstances.
That is what I was coming. Just drop me while your lordship was saying. Lordship, some emails were translated. That is on the.
Let me take it. Sample, you have done it. 10 out of say 110, you have done it.
Now, whatever is translated, the original version is there. In the original version, lordship will find it in the regular format. how we download it. This is typed out later on. The translated one. That is why perhaps it is like this. Otherwise, we have to check the original option. That will clear the. No, I just remembered it was translated. So translation. Now, Lordship has posed a query that it is sent by one person to another person, and the message pertains to a third person. Message pertains to a third person. Now, Lordship will also note the arrest of 11 cadres from Guwahati. Now, NIA has taken up investigation. Somebody has been arrested.
You see, just in a lighter note, nothing very serious about it, but in a lighter note, today morning when I open up my mobile, I get at least 10 messages of one leader visiting UP. Correct. There are 10 more posts coming in of one particular leader in Gujarat doing a darshan in Dwarika. Correct. So, you see, there are people who follow their icons, what you call, very faithfully.
The same thing.
And that sincerity is something which led to the HMV, icon is there. You know the story behind it.
The dog and front
It was this, because in a particular studio, when this dog dutifully used to come and then listen to this people singing. And therefore, they adopted him to be an icon of this HMV. And that is why this dog, because he dutifully came in the recording studio and sat down and listened to this great singer singing and would not go away. That is the story behind the logo of HMV.
so far as this. This
I have
is,
distracted you.
no, no, no. In fact, Lordship has given me a cue. Lordship has the Deputy Solicitor General. I have to monitor my feed. I've got a WhatsApp group. WhatsApp group, we do not communicate individually. I do not communicate with my fellow colleagues. Whatever is there, somebody is out of station, he also puts it there. Somebody has fallen sick, he also puts it there. And what are the cases allotted every day? I put it there. This case goes to this. Now, here, Lordship will see it is not individual communication. It is communication of the organization. Suppose today I have to tell anything to Mr. Harish Gupta, so far as government cases are concerned, I do not call him. I do not send him a mail. I only put it up in that group. He knows. He knows, everybody knows. Now, the situation here can be envisaged as that the person by himself, he is not there. He is not there. But if the password is circulated, he can open it anytime. Any cadre can open it anytime. Sometimes we also do. I have to file a case. I got a password. I forgot my laptop. I asked my colleague, I give him the password. Can do it. On record, it will be filed by me. But the filing is done by somebody else. Therefore, Lordship, in my humble submission, this is not a case which could be construed as that I do not have the knowledge. If I am not in the group, why would my arrest be circulated? Why would somebody else take the blame? It is not that much.
Okay.
I take your lordship to paragraph 45 of that. Lordship had got something.
Sleeves are tight. We'll have to break up in 20 minutes because 3:30 there's a single bench of my brother.
Lordship, I'll hardly take, within this time, I'll finish this. I'm taking your lordship to paragraph 45 once again. I referred this paragraph in the context of the earlier case. And I was referring to the end part that starts with exhibit 1155714. Was an attachment detailing about family maintenance for the month of September 2010 of accused 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 17. Expenditure of family maintenance of the aforesaid accused appeared to be a strong proof of them being members of the UNLF. I would again reiterate lordship. Lordship has, whether your lordship would later on accept the emails or not, that is another aspect of the matter. The emails divulge that accused 12 was in the loop. Otherwise, the organization would not have bothered for accused 12. And now why would the organization take the burden of paying the maintenance? I would reiterate lordship, they're not employees of any organization, of any firm. UNLF cannot be so benevolent. They would give some money in exchange of some work to be done.
No, when I was a kid, I read about what do you call Robin Hood.
Lutero ko luto. No, this is not that Lutera lordship.
You posed a query, I gave an answer.
Robin Hood was something else, lordship. This is not Robin Hood, lordship. This is something against the society. It's a crime against the society, lordship. And I hope I can pin them, lordship. Lordship, paragraph 46, though it refers, this is with regard to that missile and all. I would not burden your lordship by repeating it once again. And paragraph 47. I would like to read. Exhibit 12/2 was an attachment written in the letterhead of Manipur People's Army, wherein it was written that UNLF MPA was the only organization in Manipur which was capable to fight properly. Exhibit 13/2 was an attachment of the balance sheet of revenue collection from the Department of Finance. So it was a well-oiled machinery, Lordship. There's a Department of Finance. UNLF in respect of the year 2007. The balance sheet mentioned an amount of more than 44 crore as collection. I had indicated that before to your Lordship. Exhibit 18/4 where some photographs of the cadres in army uniform, where photographs of A8 and A12 were found. Lordship will note, he is here and he has been, the photograph has been forensically examined and it is found that it is the same person. I've taken your Lordship to that. Exhibit 18/7 was another batch of photographs of cadre in army uniform where photo of A11 was found. Exhibit A19 was another such bunch of photo where photograph of A10 was found in army dress. This we are not concerned. Now, exhibit 22 was an attachment authorization dated 25th September 2009 signed by A19 regarding attempt of procuring arms and other devices from China. Exhibit 22/2 is another authorization by A19 in letterhead of UNLF regarding waging of national liberation struggle. Exhibit 25/2 to 25/7 were account statement of dollar prepared by Department of Finance of UNLF. Now, Lordship will note why dollar. These arms were coming from outside. India, nobody needs dollars, Lordship. In another case, my friend was there for the court of the Chief Justice. Of course, that went against us. There was a case where we could not prove it. That's another aspect of the matter. But where the money was sent to Calcutta by various conduits methods, there it was converted to dollars, sent back, answer got. So, why would an organization like UNLF want dollars if it was so Indian, owing allegiance to the Indian Constitution? Next, Lordship, just it's a very long sentence. Regarding waging of national liberation struggle, Exhibit 25/2 to 25/7 were account statements of dollars prepared by Department of Finance of UNLF for the month of January 2006. Exhibit 27/1 was regarding a business project of Fly Ash Group. Exhibit 29/1 is regarding land deal for Fly Ash Group. Exhibit 115 series and all other emails proved in this case were retrieved on the voluntary disclosure of A18 and A19.
We are very, what do you call, precision alarm here.
No, that's a one of. Perhaps I'm late.
Very precision alarms. We'll continue tomorrow.
Lordship, I'm very sorry.
No, it's okay. We have an inherent system, we can't help it.
Yesterday there was an alarm.
That's why we said we have.
Lordship,
So all sides are represented. The submissions of Mr. R.K.D. Chaudhary, learned DHEI remains inconclusive. List again, give tomorrow's date.
27.
So to try to
I have a
concern.
concern with this.
Okay, and then those exhibits where you are relying, just along with the chart, give that details. Huh?
Worship will hear Mr. Mishra tomorrow in the office,
Yes.
then I will come.